Hey, my friends, it's Nate Short, and welcome to a special episode of Run Your Business Like a Business, a podcast where we explore better ways of how to run your real estate business more like a real business and at the same time create better life balance. Hey, I'm your host, Nate Short, and I'm honored to be your high performance coach today with this episode. And I've spent the last 20 years working as a high-performing realtor while at the same time coaching, training, managing, writing, and studying human psychology and sales at literally the top levels in the real estate brokerage industry. And I created RYBLAB.com, which is an acronym for Run Your Business Like a Business, to really explore the topics of sales systems, accountability, motivation, focus, productivity, confidence, and more. And my goal, inspired by my own personal journey, is to help real estate agents create dynamic, fun, profitable real estate businesses while at the same time having amazing life balance, energy, and passion for living your best life. And so if that's what you're looking for, that is what we're doing today. And just as a reminder, if you want to go to another level of development, both personally and professionally, be sure to check out my coaching programs at RYBLAB.com, where we believe that coaching is a key part of every agent's life when it comes to getting more sales, being more profitable, having more fun, and most importantly, while having life outside real estate as well. Because it's time to level up, my friend. It's time to take your year back. It's time to find that focus and that confidence and that vibrancy and that vibe again. And I'd love to be your coach into fuller levels of high performance. Now, without further ado, let's jump into today's episode. Okay, so gosh, great to have you here. I'm really excited to be rolling out my first episode of the podcast, Run Your Business Like a Business. It's been a dream of mine to, create a company that provided the kind of training and the coaching for real estate agents to, not only help them manage their businesses better, but also to really up their game in regards to how they're running their life. That's really what it comes down to. Originally when I got into Run Your Business, I started the company back in 2014. I, started talking about just the fundamentals of running a business because of what happened to me in the recession going through 2008 and 2009. And it was all those experiences that really, I guess, inspired me to create the original content for Run Your Business Like a Business, which was mostly, business planning, budgeting, marketing plans, doing those kinds of things, running profit and loss statements. Some of it came out of my coaching with Buffini. Some of it came out of coaching with the Core, training out of North Carolina, if any of you have heard of that company. But I found out there were some really interesting things. In fact, there was one time where I was sitting in a class with the Core, one of their big annual events, and they started talking about home budgeting and about business planning and about creating marketing budgets. And it's just something in my head. It just went out. It was like a light bulb. And I said, you know what? The industry needs somebody to talk agents through all of this, because most of us are coming from, other businesses, or we're coming out of corporate America. And we're not born entrepreneurs, most of us, who get into real estate. Maybe our parents were in real estate. Maybe we had a family member who owned a small business. Maybe we came from corporate America like I did. And just, not knowing all of the things that you have to have in place. And I think that's one of the big challenges for real estate agents in general, is they see the potential for money, for making money. They see the potential for the flexibility in their schedules, and they're really attracted to the industry, which is just such an amazing industry, but they don't really understand all that goes into it. And that is why, 8 in every 10 agents who get their real estate license don't even make it 2 years in the business. Just an amazing statistic. And that goes with small businesses in general. But, as I started doing these courses and lecturing in front of people, I would give out a survey at the beginning. And for anybody who's taken my classes before, I would give out a survey of a bunch of questions, and I would ask things like, do you have a home budget? Do you have a business budget? Do you track your expenses monthly? Do you track profitability? Do you keep a separate bank account for your business? Do you use expense tracking software? Do you have an accountant? Do you use a CRM to manage your database? Do you follow a marketing plan? So many agents, they're just out spending money randomly, and they don't really even track profitability or track what they're doing, and they don't have, that business plan in place to really give them direction. So anyway, just some very interesting things. 30%, well, do you have a business plan? And I'm just going to go through some of these numbers, but we found out a bunch of interesting things. Like, for example, only 26% of the people actually have a home budget. 25% of the agents have a business budget that they go by. These are things that we did in corporate America all the time. 22% of the agents track expenses monthly. Only 12% of the agents track profitability. Imagine if you're, a medium-sized company and you didn't track profitability, what would happen to your business? A lot of small businesses don't track profitability. 57% keep a separate bank account. I thought that was interesting. 35% use expense tracking software. 41% have an accountant. 67% use a CRM to manage their database. 31% have a marketing plan. 53% meet at least 5 people face-to-face every week. Only 30% of the agents out there actually have a business plan. I can go down. There's just so many things. 54% of the agents pay their taxes on time. I got all this really, really interesting information, and it was just like, I got to create content around this, and I got to create some way to help educate people, to give them a better, path to be successful. And so, that was really the inspiration behind starting Run Your Business Like a Business. In this first episode, I just wanted to cover that a little bit because, a lot of people just hear RYBLAB or, Nate Short, and they don't exactly know kind of the story behind it. But then I got to the point where, I was actually teaching all this, and we were doing a lot of lectures with the Realtors Association and with different organizations within the real estate community. And what I noticed was a lot of people was like, this is great information, Nate. But then when I would check back with them, they still didn't have a business plan. They still didn't create marketing plans. They were still really struggling with putting, even just social media posts or whatever it was within their business, particularly like the systems. And I just realized, a lot of it's, you can tell somebody what to do, but then actually getting them to do it or having the motivation to get them to do it, that's a whole different thing. And a lot of these things, some of them are not easy to put in place, and they take time. And, we're so, in real estate, we're used to selling. We want to be out with people. We want to be developing relationships. And that's really what we should be doing. We don't want to be stuck in our office just putting together these systems and working on our website all the time. We cannot do that because we know that doesn't work. And so anyway, RYBLAB.com, or Run Your Business Like a Business, is that avenue. It's, I've created the website to basically provide educational content that you can consume when you're in the car driving around, because I do the same thing. I'm still in real estate. I still sell just like you. But it's being able to consume the content so that you can start putting some pieces in place. But saying that, there was the whole coaching side, which really, when I got exposed to high performance coaching through my friend Brendon Burchard, it was really about, wow. I mean, this is like the missing link to coaching, because this is the type of thing where we talk about more bigger picture things, like who it is that we want to be and how we want to show up in the world, how we want to relate to people, how we want to impact the world. And it goes beyond just selling a house, and it gets to the higher purpose. And that's when we're able to do that, then we're at a whole nother level, really. And when I was able to kind of merge those two together, the high performance coaching along with the business coaching, that's when it's like the light bulb, again, it went on even brighter, because I just knew I was on the right track to what I wanted to be doing, what I felt like was my mission in life, which is really to help people. And because I know real estate's focused on the real estate industry, to really help people go to that next level. And so I just go through all this in my first episode because I want to give you some perspective on what Run Your Business Like a Business is all about, and a little bit about what we're going to be doing in these podcasts. Um, I did a lot of research. My assistant did a lot of research on podcasting, and we couldn't really find a good podcast that just was there to support the real estate agent, maybe from their motivational side, the mental side of things. Maybe it was sales systems or strategies. Lot out there in podcasting on invest in real estate and make all this money as an investor, but not a lot about the supporting of the real estate agent. And so that is really what I'm trying to do here on this podcast. Is I'm going to be bringing in speakers. I'm going to be bringing in agents. I'm going to be bringing in people who are running different companies that support the real estate industry. And the whole aim is really helping people just have a way to digest some information and pick up some tips and some tricks on how to do certain things within real estate and just make their lives better, and hopefully help them realign, I guess, with where it is they want to go in their business and their life. So you can expect, we're going to bring in top performing people. We're going to ask them things like, how did they get started? What are the things that they found challenging early on in their career? What are things that they're still struggling with now? What are things that they, want to put in place that they haven't put in place? Where are they lacking clarity? Where are they have a tremendous amount of clarity? Those kinds of things. I mean, there's just a bunch of questions. We use them in the high performance coaching, but I'm going to be going through with some of the really top performers to just give you some insights so that you can get from point A to point B in your life where you want to go a little bit faster. And a lot of these agents, they want to contribute. They want to give back to the industry that has been so good to them because they do have a ton to share. And yet, we do have a lot of new technology that's coming down the road and new business models that could potentially change the industry. And so we're going to incorporate some of that in as well. And, I'm trying to create a community where it's not just somebody like telling you what to do. It's really about collaboration and kind of becoming a big think tank to improve the industry, improve our ability to serve our clients and serve at the highest levels. And so, if that sounds interesting, I just really encourage you to press the subscribe button, to, key in and listen in when you can, and just make this part of your routine so that you can gain some insights that might help you. I mean, that's really, again, what I'm trying to do. So as far as the coaching side, of course, that's what is our main bread and butter with RYBLAB. If you're interested in our coaching programs, we have a couple different types of coaching programs. Of course, we have one-on-one coaching. And again, we're taking the high performance coaching, which is really life performance coaching, where we talk about the 6 pillars of high performance, which is, if you don't know, it's clarity, energy, necessity, productivity, influence, and courage. Those 6 pillars have been scientifically proven, and certainly we can put this up on the website, just the scientific data behind it, but proven to help people perform at higher levels than the standard norm. So that's really what high performance coaching is about. It's about being able to have a framework to perform at your highest levels, to create, a more fulfilling, happy, purposeful, vibrant life. And then we also blend that in with the business coaching as well. So we have to take care of those fundamental pieces that so many people do not have in place. Like, for example, only less than 50% of the people out there are in an S corporation structure, and they're paying thousands of dollars more than they should be to the government. And yet they don't really know the reasons why. And so those are the kind of topics, we're going to continue to bring up within the podcast here, but also within our classes and the coaching that we're providing. I'm super excited to introduce mastermind coaching, because I've been the beneficiary of mastermind coaching. And if you've been in a mastermind group, you know what I'm talking about. But it's really the ability to work within a group in a coaching session. I moderate and I run them, and I ask the questions, but it's the group and the ideas that come out of the group and the discussion within the group that's so incredibly beneficial. It's just a boost to somebody, especially when we're working a lot of the time by ourselves in real estate, that that can be the difference between just keeping the mental side really sharp, but also that motivational side. And of course, the whole goal is make things what you want to make them for your business, whether that's increasing your income or whether that's increasing more balance in your life, or whatever it is that really floats your boat. That is what we're trying to work towards. So mastermind groups are great. Well, we also have the one-on-one coaching, which is great. And then we also have just kind of a really basic level, which is for those people who maybe are not into coaching, they've never been coached before, they just want a little taste of what it's like, and they want to be able to participate. We have, a very large group coaching program, which is basically where I have a discussion for 75 minutes at the beginning of every month, and then you get a series of text messages and just information sent to you throughout the month that kind of guides you through, again, like how to run your business like a business and how to perform at your best levels. So I'm really excited about that, to be able to appeal to a lot of different types of people out there that are just interested in real estate. I think it's perfect for new agents. It's perfect for agents that have been in the business a while, where they've plateaued, agents that are doing really well, and they just don't know how to take their game up and go to that very next level. And then also for those people that are not agents yet, but they want to get a little taste of what it's like to run their business and be a real estate agent. So I think this podcast will appeal to a lot of different people. So anyway, that's what we've got for today's podcast. I just wanted to go over, what the program was about, what we're doing, and then I think you can look forward to a really great lineup. We're going to have, again, top producing agents, people who are running businesses and companies that support the real estate industry. We're going to talk to managers of different brokerages around the country, and you're going to get some great insight. I don't think you'll get insight like this anywhere else. We'll also be talking to other types of coaches because, I know that, there's a lot of different great coaching programs out there. And so we want to support the industry in a lot of different ways. So guys, I want to thank you for listening to this podcast. It's, about 15, 20 minutes of just me talking, but believe me, the future episodes, it's not going to be me talking. I'm going to be asking the questions and really helping just give more exposure to all the things that are happening in our business. And it is such a beautiful business because you can do so many things. You can make it the way that you want to make it, and you can pursue your passions and achieve your goals. And so what an amazing thing to work on. I just feel so lucky every day I can come to work and know that I'm working on some really great, meaningful things, at least for me. And I'm appreciative of you listening. So guys, thanks a lot, and look forward to seeing more podcasts from me. And please click on that subscribe button, because it is going to be your key to getting those notifications of everything that is produced once we get it out there. Okay, so thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.